Hello, hello. All right, today's art activity. I got a piece of paper, some shells. If you don't live near the beach, that's obviously a problem. Maybe find rocks. Also, these shells have little holes in them. I specifically found small ones with holes. So there you go. And then I also have my knitting craft and some string. I sat down and I have no idea what we're doing, so we're just gonna let God lead us on this journey today. So he says first, and this is like a good way to start your day, I feel like, is just some reflection. And so I'm gonna write down a few questions. Question number one says is, what do you like to wear every day? I don't know where this is going. Question two, why do you wear those things? Like the things that you like to wear. Question three, what is your favorite place? Or I could say, where is your favorite place? Question four, does your style reflect your favorite place? Oh, I think I know where this is going. Question five, if not, how can you now create a style and look that reflects it? So this actually makes sense why I got these things, because I love the beach more than anything in the world, and I just moved to the beach. I feel like my outfit kind of gives beachy vibes. This reminds me of Nashville. People wear a lot of these hats in Nashville. But when I think of shells, of course I think of the beach. When I think of yarn like this, I think of honestly my grandma first, but also like cozy, comfy Scandinavian culture, which I also love. So I think today we're gonna make some things and reflect a little bit on that. If you like, okay, for example, if you love mountains and hiking, ask your intuition, ask yourself like what are some things that you could incorporate into your clothes or style that, again, reflect that. So what I could do with these shells is I can make jewelry. I could also glue them onto things, like even a jacket or a hat. There's lots of options. And then with this, I am knitting something, and my grandma taught me how to knit. So that's really fun because I absolutely love making something and then slowly over time seeing it grow. It's my favorite thing. It's kind of like my brother, he likes to build things and construction type vibes. So like you can slowly over time see the building grow, and the work that you're putting into it, there's a physical change and you can see it with your own eyes. Whereas like a business, you reflect on the numbers, the sales, the new additions to the team. I feel like it's a little different. So anyways, I'm making this right now and I don't know what I'm making, but sometimes that's the best part, is you just start and you don't know where it's going. And I actually got these at a thrift store for probably $2 along with this yarn. And I really like the bigger ones because it creates this looser knit, but you can get smaller needles and then it creates that tighter look. Where did this string go? Oh, there it is. So yeah, I'm going along. I probably might look up some kind of pattern, or this could just end up being a scarf. I kind of had a vision for a skirt and a shirt set combo. We'll see if I end up doing that. I just am not sure how to do that. Again, I just figure it out as you go. And then the nice part about this is it's actually kind of meditative. So meditating is cool and all, and I do it sometimes. I don't do it every day. But I try to find activities that get me into that meditative like state where you're just maybe doing the same thing over and over again. For some people, it's actually exercising or running. They can get into that. You also could call it a flow state. But doing this monotonous pattern with my hands really gets me into a flow state, and I end up finding myself talking to God more directly, or having clarity come through, insights, all sorts of ideas and things. So that's why I really enjoy this. And it's been slow. Like, I've been working on this for over a year, and I'm not that far, but that's because I maybe do, on average, a couple rows a week. Some days I'll do like 8 rows. Some weeks I go by and nothing happens. There's probably a couple of months I didn't do anything. Oh yeah, because I went to Ibiza. So I'm just being patient with myself. Most of the time with life, I try to rush things. Oh, that's an insight. See, this is what happens when I'm doing art and I talk things through. I have insights. So my insight with this is, I normally rush things and I expect to have like a final result so quickly. I remember when I first started making this, my goal was to finish it within a week. Insane. Okay, if I wasn't working or doing anything else and I just focused on this for that whole week, yeah, I probably could finish it. Probably would have killed myself along the way. Or, as I'm doing with this project, I'm just doing a little bit, slowly but surely, and it's quite satisfying in a weird way, because I'm not killing myself, burning myself out, and there's been a lot of slow love and care being put into this. And on the other hand, I don't even know if this is gonna make anything. It might just be for me, for my own needs. Like, maybe I'm not gonna end up selling things like this. I have no idea. But whenever I make things, usually I'm always like, okay, I have to sell it. I have to make this a career. I have to get this goal in mind. And I'm setting all these high expectations for myself. And then I either get burnt out, I stop enjoying it, I kill myself along the way somehow. It's not good. So this knitting teaching me something about slowness, which is what I think of when I think of knitting. I think of older ladies sitting around slowly just knitting away with their little cats, and that's really sweet. But I really want to try different kinds of stitching. I'd love to make sweaters. Like, that's when I think of Norway and the culture that I come from, I definitely think of really pretty sweaters. And so I would love to try that. Especially because people sell those sweaters for so much money. Probably because it takes a lot of time. And of course, then by making it myself, I save that money. I can use whatever colors and yarn I want to. I can adjust it. It's a lot harder, that's for sure, but I really want to give it a whirl. Okay, so I just did a row of that. You can also see there's little, oh no, did you see that? Oh golly, I just accidentally took out all of these loops from the needle. I think I got them all back. I think we're getting it. Okay, I saved it, thank goodness. That was a close call. But you can see there's lots of little holes all over, and it's definitely far from perfect. And I remember watching my grandma, like, whenever she'd make a mistake, she would either undo it all, or she would literally figure out how to loop it back in. I haven't gotten that far, but I don't really mind it. I kind of see the beauty in the imperfections. And plus, this is one of my first times, so I'm going easy on myself with that. So then we have the shells. And I was gonna just put them through this string, but I realized I don't have scissors and the string is really thin. So I'm not thrilled about that. I think what I'm actually gonna try, I was gonna take this hair binder and kind of weave it through the hole, but I'm not sure about that either. I could also take this yarn. Scratch that. We're using paper. I'm gonna make little characters using these shells. Maybe I'll start with one. So yeah, I'm just using these and I'm creating like a face and adding eyebrows, a nose. I guess that works. You guys see that? Just made like this little character. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna personify him, give him a name. Let's be called Tedric. It's different. And I'm gonna let him speak to me, give me any words of wisdom or advice. I'm also feeling very tired, like drained. All right, I'm gonna read what Tedric wrote to me. It's funny because I've been feeling, well, I always have felt insecure about my body, but I feel like, especially when you're by the beach and you're wearing a swimsuit all the time, it can heighten it a bit. And so, with that theme in mind, he said, "You're insecure, but look at you. You're an alien, a human being with this weird meat sack of a body. Look at animals. Do you say, look at that squirrel's butt? Look at how big that cat's nose is? No, hardly ever. You just look at it and think that's an animal, how cute. I mean, just accept and love your body because God gave you this body in this lifetime and how cool you get to be inside of it. Love it and appreciate it." Yeah, that's not wrong. Pretty good advice. When you put it that way, like that's pretty good perspective. I like that. Thanks, Tedric. All right, everyone. Hasta luego. Also, I make other jewelry. I'm not trying to sell it right now. I'm just saying like this has total mermaid beach vibes to me. And so if you end up making jewelry with shells, or if you don't have shells, another thing you can try is doing pearls, bracelets, necklaces, earrings. It's super easy. Like I just get this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby and then put these pearls on, maybe like $3 technically. And then this, again, I found these at Michael's, these beads, and made this bracelet. And it's great. And it's fun to make. Overall, it's cheaper than buying. And you get to choose what gems and jewelry pieces you put together. So it's one of a kind. It's all you. There you go. Okay, bye guys.